everyone, I'm Daniela, and today we're making Malfatti. Malfatti means misformed or misshapen, and that's exactly what these cheesy ricotta dumplings are. They're really fun to make and they're so delicious. So let's get into the recipe.
Finely chop a quarter of a large yellow or white onion. I like to chop the onions really finely so that they melt down into the dumpling. Set a large sauté pan on the heat on medium-high. Add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the pan. Once the olive oil starts to shimmer, add in your onions. Then grate in 2 cloves of garlic. If you haven't got a grater, you can just finely mince it. While the onions and garlic are sautéing, wash your spinach. You'll need 300 grams or 10 ounces of spinach leaves. Grate about 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg into the pan. Once the onions have a little bit of color to them, add your spinach to the pan. If you have a lid, pop it on your pan. This will encourage steaming and help the spinach cook down quicker. When the spinach starts to wilt, sprinkle in about a teaspoon of salt. This will help encourage the water to come out of the spinach leaves. Finely chop about 1/4 cup of basil. I'm using about 5 or 6 large basil leaves here. I find it easier to roll them into a cigar shape and then chop across, and then give it a good chop all over to get those fine pieces. Now that the spinach has cooked right down, remove the lid so that water can evaporate away. Drain your spinach onto a paper towel and make sure to wring out as much water as you can. Give your spinach a rough chop so that you have fine pieces throughout your Malfatti.
Ideally, you'd use a dry, crumbly ricotta for this recipe. I just used a wet sheep's milk ricotta and I strained it in cheesecloth for about an hour to remove some of that moisture. If you are using dry ricotta for this recipe, add in an extra egg yolk to give it that binding and richness that you might be missing.
To a bowl, add 500 grams, 1 pound of drained ricotta cheese. Then add in 1 whole egg. In goes our basil and a pinch of salt, and 100 grams, 1 cup of freshly grated parmigiano reggiano cheese. Give that a good stir until the eggs and the ricotta are homogenized. Then add in your spinach and give it a stir. So your dumplings hold shape, add in 75 grams, half a cup of flour.
This recipe is vegetarian, but you can also make it gluten-free by swapping out the plain flour for a gluten-free alternative.
You'll know it's ready when the mixture holds really well to the spoon. If you shake the spoon, the mixture shouldn't come off.
Preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm using 2 spoons to form my dumplings and just running the spoon underneath the dumpling dough to get a nice oval shape. But Malfatti mean misshapen, so you can just pick up a big spoon and drop it into the water as it is. They don't need to be perfect. Boil a pot of water and drop in your Malfatti. They don't take very long to cook, and just like most dumplings, when they rise up to the surface, they're ready.
You can technically eat your Malfatti at this stage, but I definitely prefer to bake them. They really firm up in the oven and they give a really nice texture. However, you can fry these once they come out of the boiling water. Pop them into a nice brown butter sauce. It will crisp up the edges of your dumplings and help them to firm up in the pan.
I like to add mine directly to a casserole dish that I've lined with some tomato sauce.
Use your favorite tomato sauce in this recipe. I just made one really quickly to put in the bottom of my pan.
Top your Malfatti with another sprinkling of parmigiano reggiano and into the oven.
This will need to bake for about 20 minutes or until the sauce really starts to bubble around the dumplings or the Malfatti start to turn a little bit of a light golden color on top. While you're waiting for your Malfatti to cook, why not take a culinary journey across the world to Japan with today's sponsor, Sakuraco. Sakuraco is a monthly subscription box jam-packed full of at least 20 authentic Japanese treats. Each box is uniquely themed, and this month is my favorite, Seasons of Sakura, the beautiful Japanese cherry blossoms. Karinto is one of my favorite Japanese snacks. In fact, I ate them all over Japan when I was there. They have different flavors for different themes or different times of the year, and this Sakuraco one is perfect for Sakura season, like a crunchy glazed donut. I am always delighted when they send Japanese baked goods, and this strawberry waffle is no exception. So strong in strawberry smell. Oh, it's amazing. Sorry, Belgium, you have nothing on Japan. Each month, you'll get a beautiful Japanese tea.
This lightly sweetened floral tea is a perfect comforting cup, and it pairs beautifully with the Sakura treats, like this Sakura Daifuku. Each box comes with a beautiful piece of homeware, and this month is this gorgeous Sakura sake glass. I love the exquisite gold detailing on it. Inside the box, you'll find this beautifully designed booklet with details about each snack, including all of the allergens. It also shares amazing cultural information.
And if you're looking for something a little bit more modern, why not try their Tokyo treat box? Strawberry shortcake Kit Kat. Oh, that is so good. It tastes like you're eating cake. Strawberry shortcake with white chocolate. It's so good.
And this Sakura donut cake is one of my favorites.
If you want to treat your family and friends or keep it all for yourself, why not order yourself a Sakurako box or a Tokyo treat box? Use my links down below using the code BLACKCAT for $5 off your first order. Now back to the Malfatti.
They're surprisingly light and incredibly delicious. Buon appetito!
If you're looking for another regional variation on this dish, why not try my gnudi from the Tuscany region? If you like this video, please give it a like down below and make sure to subscribe while you're there. I come out with a new video every week. See you next time.